Hey guys, I'm Devil from Archeo project and welcome in 7th part of Unreal Character Tutorial. This time our project will get new type of enemy, it will be distance enemy. We'll be using enumeration type to switch between this melee and distance enemy, so when constructing the gameplay applying behaviors, we will be using our enumerators. We also take care about making projectiles, fixing trajectory, moment of activation and matching to throwing animation. I hope you enjoy this part. So this is our first type of enemy, and he is punching. This is melee enemy. But we like to create a second type of enemy, which will be a distance enemy. That's why I select this enemy, Ctrl B, and create blueprint and enumeration, which will be enemy type right here. So I go inside and create two enumerators, which will be melee enemy and second one distance enemy. So I just save this and I can use my enemy type inside my third person enemy. So I just create enemy type variable and selecting enemy type, my type. Okay, when I compile, I can make this visible outside and compile, and it's on the right side here and default. So we can just control this and change this. So when I go to construction script, I can use my enemy type and switch between these two, melee enemy and distance enemy. So I can just control my look of my character. So get my mesh, setting material, set material, and second one the same. Okay, so it will be rock sandstone, and second one is gold. Okay, and one more thing, because my sphere collision for recognizing if we are nearby and he is chasing us after that, we just need to increase this size. It will be throwing area, yeah? So I just need to make this bigger for our distance enemy. So get our sphere, set radius, and set 300 for melee and 800 for our distance enemy. So this is everything from here, and when I compile, once again, when I compile, it's just going right here. It's because we just set default melee enemy, but if I switch to distance, it's going right here, yeah? Once again, okay, it's the same outside. So when I switch to distance enemy, it's just changing, yeah? And this character looks, yeah, like gold. So this is distance one. So we have our look, but we need also behavior. So we need to implement different behaviors for these two types of enemies. Let's go to event graph. We have chasing, but we don't need this event. We just, instead of this, we just need event throwing, yeah? Throwing. And to enable this, we can just use our delegates. So we select, of course, enemy type, which will be controlling this. It's automatically to melee enemy and distance enemy. We can just use this event and link this, and we have our delegates. So we can just link this melee enemy when it's chasing, and second one is throwing, is distance enemy, yeah? So everything from here is fine. So every 100 milliseconds he will be firing throwing or chasing, it depends on our type of enemy, yeah? So everything is fine. So we need to look at our behavior. It's simple move to actor and it's really close, yeah? But we don't want to be like this. We just want to be in front of us, but maybe 500 units, yeah, distance. So we need to use different function, but the same controller. So I get controller, and maybe this time simple move to location. but I need to specify my goal. So I get my character, get location, and do the same for ourselves. Get distance, direction, okay, vector, which is normal vector, and maybe 500 long, yeah. So just multiply by 500. It will be our distance, yeah, but maybe with minus. Okay, and the same actor location minus this one. So it should be fine. When I get this, I can link this to our goal, and we can try this out. So when I get closer, he should be going okay. He's moving back, he's just chasing us, and it's always 500, yeah, these points, yeah, okay, distance. So everything is fine, but he should start throwing. So we need to implement this capability of throwing for this enemy. So to do this, we just go to parent, and like before, it's punching left, right, but we need to create variable is throwing this time. Okay, and we can use this in our animation blueprint like before. We need to set this variable, so maybe in place where is punching. So I just make some room for this, and get from third person character is throwing. Okay, and I can just promote to variable. Okay, and make name like before is throwing. Okay, so we can use this variable to control our animation, yeah, and it's after getting hit. So if it's not getting hit, it's just throwing or punching. We just check this out, yeah. So let's go to animation blueprint this time and state machine and create new state, which will be throwing, and two-way transition like before. This is really simple, just using our boolean type. So when it's throwing, it's just playing this animation, and it's not throwing, going back. So throwing, not, and linking this should be okay. Compile, save. Let's go to default, throwing, and make our animation, which is throw single one. We can use this animation, and we can try this out. So when he's throwing, animation is firing, and yeah, go back. So everything works, yeah, from here. So I can just use my throw single, but let's go back. Okay, and check this out. He's doing nothing, so we just need to turn this on. But when distance to our player is maybe smaller than 500, yeah, so we have get distance to, and we can test if it's smaller than 500. So then we can just make is throwing and it's not throwing, yeah. So let's get this and get this. So turn this on, turn this off, so he will be just throwing items or throwing something. We don't know yet because there is no. Okay, but as you can see, his orientation is kind of bad because it's 180 degrees wrong, yeah. So we need to fix this. And second thing, he's sliding when he's punching, and this is second problem I need to fix, yeah. So for me the better result will be if he just stops moving from, yeah, in the general, yeah, because we can use just blending and doing something with his legs, but we can just stop movement instead, yeah. So we will do the second approach. We will pick this second approach. Okay, so let's turn him to our player. We have event tick from previous part, so we can use our enemy type. yeah, and we can switch, and if it's distance enemy, we can just rotate our character, yeah. So set rotation, actor rotation, yeah, when it's distance enemy. Of course, split this rotation, and we can use yaw from find look at rotation, and just add 180, just to rotate him towards us, yeah. And we can try this out. This is a really simple fix, and check this out if he's just looking at us, yeah. And of course he's looking, so this is completely fine. Okay. And he's moving, so this is fine. So one more thing, second thing I would like to fix is just sliding, yeah. So I just need to stop movement, and I can get my controller and stop movement. But this is not so simple, because if I stop movement right here, he will be firing and simple move to location if I just move, yeah. So we can try this out. So it's okay, he's stopping, but when I move, and he's firing, but I can interrupt with his animation, yeah. But I don't want to be like this, yeah. So he's starting animation and he's, yeah, not, so he's giving up. So I want to fire this at least once, yeah, when I just get closer. So we need to add animation notify in this point, yeah. So we can try this out. Go to animation blueprint, or I have my third person animation blueprint, and throw single, yeah. And inside, when his this animation ends, I just use my notify, and it will be throw and notify, yeah, this time. And inside my graph, inside my animation graph, event graph, I can use my animation notify, which is throw end, yeah. And I need in third person character create event custom, which is throw end. So it will be finishing our throwing, yeah. So the same here, I can use a reroute to not finding this, and linking this, and it's throw end, yeah, and linking this. So this is exactly what we want to get. And inside enemy we can use the same throwing end, so throw end. And as you can see, this is not custom event because it's from parent one, so it has name, and yeah, it's not custom. So right here we can just turn this throwing off, yeah. And one more thing, if he's throwing, we don't want to move to location, yeah. So we just use branch right here, yeah. And if it's false, if it's throwing, yeah, so it's not throwing, then we can move to location. And we check if it's smaller, then start throwing, yeah. So everything is fine, yeah. Okay. Okay. So right now we can just make projectile. Okay. So inside his hand, I just need to spawn actor, which will be projectile. And I need to release when he is throwing, yeah. So we need to do, okay, so maybe right here, just create actor, which is projectile. Okay, inside I start from sphere collision, which will be root, and component static mesh, not instanced but static mesh will be just sphere, maybe this one, maybe just 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. Okay, and sphere, maybe radius, let's say 10. Okay, so it looks really good. And one more thing, because it's projectile, I just need to use my projectile movement, which is controlling our speed and our character movement. So initial speed just maybe 900, and to be more accurate, just 0.3 for Z. It will go slightly up, and we can try this out. I need to spawn this actor projectile, of course, when an enemy is throwing. So run right here, just spawn actor from class, which is projectile. And if I just leave this, of course, we need to get transform from our actor, from this one, Okay, and I can just link this and control this. And we can try this out. So he will be spawning and he is throwing item, but it's not attached. So it looks really awkward. It should be in his hand, So we need to fix this. So we can projectile attach to our component, which will be our mesh, our mannequin, So just take my mesh, and it will be our parent, but I need to set our socket. So go to skeleton, mannequin, and just need to show reference pose, and I will create just ball inside his hand, and socket. So hand R, I will just add socket, so it will be just hand throw, and this socket I will use just adding preview asset, which will be sphere. It will be this one. It's kind of big, but if I change my socket, let's say 0.11, 0.11, 0.11, it's just exactly size I want to be, and I need to move this around to be inside his hand, so I need to adjust this, and this is really simple right here, just moving this close to his hand. Let's check this out, maybe right here, and this is more accurate, maybe, Okay, so it should be fine, Let's save. Okay. So we don't need to remove this sphere preview, because it's only a preview. I can just go to my enemy and use my socket, which is hand throw, and compile. So right now it should be moving like his socket, but there will be a problem. Okay, we don't have this ball. Okay, because keep relative offset, we just need to snap to target. Okay, let's check this out. Let's get closer. Okay, and as you can see, this ball is just moving around. Why? Because we just have activated projectile movement and activation, auto activate. We just need to turn this off. So it will be just static mesh for now, when he just gets to the point when he's throwing. Okay, and we just need to release this object, because he's still having this ball inside his hand, And how we can release this and how we can activate this? So we need exact moment when he's throwing, So we need another animation blueprint animation, which was throw single one, throw end, and we need to add another notify. and when he is exactly in this place, he should just release this ball. So throw end, and second one will be notify throw release. And like before, I just need to save third person character, throw end, second one will be throw release, maybe custom event, throw release. Okay, and I can use this inside my enemy, and throw release. Okay, and animation blueprint graph, and one more animation notify, throw release, and from this reroute throw release. So it will be firing. Okay, so I just need to release this ball. So let's go back to enemy, and I need to reference to this projectile. So I need to promote this to variable, maybe right here. Okay, just linking this and making name maybe projectile, and I can use this projectile later on when he wants to release this ball. So get projectile, and I can just detach actor from actor, so this ball will be released. So this is great. And second one is just activate, because we just turned this off. So we need to activate from projectile movement. So everything should be fine. Okay, let's check this out. Let's get closer, and he is throwing. Okay, great, he's coming. Okay, and he is throwing. Maybe just fix distance, because it's 500, maybe set to 700. Okay. Okay, and he is throwing. But problem is location, because he gets this actor transform only when he starts this throwing. So when I move around, he just throw this way. Once again. So it takes him a while just to adduce this transform. Right here, right there, and so this is kind of problematic. So we just need to fix this. And how we can just use this and fix this? We just need to use velocity. So inside our enemy, I will do the same like I did right here. So I just calculate this distance, and instead of 500 I will just multiply by maybe 1000, of course with minus. Maybe just split this to x, y and z, and add maybe 50 to be slightly to the top, this vector. And let's make a vector and link this. So this is my another calculation for this. This time this is for velocity for this projectile. So I get my projectile, movement, and set velocity. So it will be using this velocity instead of this transform when he set this when it stop movement. So when I link this and link this, it should be finally okay. Let's check this out, compile, save. So when I get closer, he's throwing. Okay, I just moved to the right. But as you can see, he's throwing. And this is really nice location, and really nice velocity. Okay, even if I go up, he should be able to punch me, throw this item. Okay. So everything it's fine. He's still throwing. When I just move away, he's just coming to me. So maybe one more thing, because he's really slow, and this punching guy, it was okay to be slow, but this one I want to make this speed him up. So maybe the same, just using enemy type. When he badge in play, we can just set maximum walk speed, character movement, and maybe just switch to melee and enemy, and set maximum walk speed. For distance, enemy will be different, maybe let's say 500, yeah, and the same character movement. So we can try this out. He should be moving faster, yeah, and throwing items. Oh, projectile, okay, he's running, okay, and he's punching, okay, and he's punching, okay, okay, and as you can see, he's punching really nice, that's throwing, but I'm not losing health, there is no collision, so next time I will just fix these things, make some polished in this. Yeah, just cosmetic things, before I just go to behavior tree and making behaviors for our enemies, yeah. So if you like content like this, please subscribe, and of course, see you next time.